Hey everyone, this is Caitlin, Chris, and I'm Kaylin, and we're all high school students at ILA, and we have been blessed to be on student council the past 4 years, and we wanted to share a little bit of our story with ILA and our experiences. Do you want to start?
Sure. I have been with ILA since I was in 5th grade, so about 9 years now. I think I'm a junior.
It's crazy.
I feel like it's just given me the opportunity to excel so much more. I'm 2 years ahead in math and most subjects. I'll be graduating next year, most likely with my AS, and then I'll be going on to Vanguard, hopefully, and we'll probably graduate within the next 2 years, so I won't even need to be there for 4 years, because of all the college that I've done through homeschool. It allows you to do the dual enrollment, with, community colleges to Saddleback or Santiago. And I've been doing that since I was in 8th grade. It lightens my load throughout the year as well, because I'm able to get some done during the summer, whether they're 4-week classes or 8-week classes. And it just allows more time for other things, like a job. I work at a chiropractic office, usually about 4 days a week. I'm going to be lengthening my hours come my senior year as well as summer, just because with homeschool it allows the flexibility for you to do things like that most
Absolutely.
public school people couldn't even imagine doing with the workload that they have. But for me, it's something that's very feasible and possible because of the time that ILA gives, which is great because I love coming here 2 days a week and then going to work right after, or going to work on the other days when I maybe necessarily wouldn't have time for that, and still being able to get my schoolwork done and manage my schedule in a timely manner and not be overwhelmed. So yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, absolutely. The freedom thing has definitely been a big deal for me as well. I also have been able to do college classes, and it's really nice because it's not too much. You don't have to go back and take classes, or you're not spending all day doing school. It's really nice, and it's been a great opportunity. And I also love all the classes that they have here. I think it was in 7th or 8th grade, but I got to take a design course here, and I never really knew I would be super into it, but I just fell in love with designing clothes, and now I get to own my own business selling and designing clothes, and also work with the same company that teaches the classes at ILA.
That's amazing.
It's been really cool to have the full circle come around moment with all of the things that I've been able to learn at ILA so far.
That's awesome. Yeah, for me, I know that I've loved the community at ILA. It's been such a blessing. When I was in 7th grade, I came out of a private school background, so I was not well liked there, but here at ILA, it's a Christian community that provides you with all sorts of resources to hang out with people during lunch, to spend time with other like-minded believers. It's just been such a blessing to know that there are other people like us out there, and that we can commune together and fellowship in Christ together outside of just a church environment, which has been such a blessing for me.
That's so good. The community here is so awesome. I don't know, even people that I met in 6th grade and took one class with are still my closest friends today.
That's amazing.
And it's my favorite thing ever. And it's so fun to be able to walk around campus and see people that you know and love, and everyone's so close and friendly. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
the community is definitely a big thing too. I remember I was similar to Chris, where I was public school, kindergarten through 5th grade, and it just wasn't ideal. I would come home and people were super mean, especially girls are mean in public school. And I remember it just wasn't a good environment for me to learn in, just because I was dealing with all this social and emotional drama that was not good for me to excel in my academics, and the teachers just wouldn't help in the way that they needed to help their students. But yeah, I remember I came here in 5th grade, and Kaylin was actually the first person who talked to me, and I was trying to figure out where to go for lunch, and was super lost. And I remember she came up to me and she's like, "Hey, are you new? I'll help you out." And I was like, "Awesome." But ever since then, we literally spent every day together, and it's been great because it's just one little encounter that literally gave me my best friend. And it's great because that may be a hesitation for people coming out of public school, whatever, what if I leave all my friends here, but yes, but also that was my kind of process, but like there was so much more in store for me here, like friendship wise, academic wise, everything that I would have never even like experienced or began to like, you know, even experience the tip of the iceberg with if I hadn't like left. Like, yeah, it might have been uncomfortable, but like, yeah, the community here is like a big deal. Even like the teachers too, like the community with the teachers, like they're very willing to help you. I remember one teacher, my science teacher for 3 years up until 7th to 9th grade. She was the best. Like, you know, totally, like, you know, wanted to help you, wanted you to see you excel, and that's like, you have a relationship with all of the teachers, like even the teachers who I don't take anymore, who were like, you know, undergrad teachers who were like, you know, 5th elementary school grades, like I still have that in their classes as a teacher assistant, and you know, they still know me, and like they're like, oh, like if you need a letter of recommendation next year, like let me know, like I'd be totally willing to write it for you. And it's just like so sweet to see, like, you know, even though you grow up, yes, and like you go through different stages, like the teachers here are so willing to like see you excel, and they have your best in mind, no matter like even if you're not their student anymore. So it's great, and like, yeah, some of the classes like Kaylin said that we offer here, whether it's cooking or fashion design or even like archery, or we have like chess or like like certain things that you wouldn't think of as school, but that's like what the special thing about ILA is. It's like you do your academics, but then you also have fun, and I feel like that's the biggest thing about like student council too. Like we want to make sure that, you know, you're getting your stuff done and not just like doing nothing, but also having fun while doing it. And I feel like that's a like misconception about homeschool a lot of the time too. It's like they don't do anything and they're a bunch of nerds, but like actually like you know, we're very like, I feel like, yeah, we have like a different schooling than most people, but it like totally sets us apart. Like I know for me too, like my communication skills and stuff with like whether it's speech and debate or just being on student council or doing things like this, like have totally like, you know, put me in better social standards as well. In situations that I've been able to like excel like that. So I definitely feel like all aspects, whether it's like the teachers, the community, or being able to like learn but also have fun, is something that's really unique to ILA, and something that I've been able to like enjoy a lot throughout my 9 years of being here.
Absolutely. And we have like the best events. We really do.
Yeah,
we have great events. And public school, they have it good, but I would argue that we have it better. You know, we have beach days.
I mean, we're the ones planning it, so you know, there's that.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's so fun to be able to plan like what we want to, like if we're talking to our friends and everyone's like, oh, we should do a big beach day, or we should go to Knott's for the day or something. Then it's fun being on student council. Yeah, because then we can just plan it, and it's super fun. To be able to have that freedom and be able to go do fun stuff while also still getting good schooling.
Yeah, I would argue leadership skills also.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Like the ability to like learn how to plan events and like to see it come through, and like to raise money and to have fundraisers and all that sort of thing, that we are able to like go out and get stuff done. You know, and not just sit around and like talk to one another, you know?
Leadership is definitely a big thing, because like I feel like, you know, and like you said, like public school has things great, but it's like, yes, they have different dances and stuff, but they're the ones like planning it, or like, you know, not public school students, like it's like the faculty or the administration or whatever it is. But I feel like something unique to ILA is that really gives you like the opportunity to be able to do things yourself. That like public school may be like, oh no, like don't worry, like you guys are kids or high schoolers, like we'll do it, you know. But I feel like that's Mrs. Russell's like vision too, is just like being able to like equip students to do things on their own, that like maybe different schools or something would be like, oh, you know, like we're gonna do it for them. But it really gives us as students the opportunity to be able to like, you know, grow in our leadership skills, whether it's being on student council or planning events or being a teacher's assistant, or giving us different like internship opportunities or time to work in like places such as like a chiropractic office or fashion camp or whatever it is. Like it gives us the ability to kind of like be more mature in a sense. Like it doesn't hold us to like you're 16, you're 17, you're 12, like however old you may be. It doesn't like confine you to your age or your grade. Like it's kind of like, you know, just a number in a sense, versus like what defines you. Like you're able to kind of just grow like so much more beyond like your age or what you can do necessarily, because like ILA gives you the opportunity to just do like so much more that you may not be able to do in other environments.
Yeah, that's true. And I know you said it earlier too, but something that's always stuck out to me about ILA is the teachers. All of the teachers just have a passion for teaching, and they're so good at what they do, and they just so genuinely want to see you thrive. And that's something that I love too, because personally I'm not that great at science. I don't love science, but science in 7th grade and 8th grade was my favorite class just because of how amazing my teacher was and how she pushed me to succeed and was always there for me to help, even though she had like 30 students probably.
Yeah,
probably the
class.
biggest class, but she so genuinely went after each person to make sure that they were getting the best stuff that they needed, that they were getting all of their help, that they were even enjoying the course too. It was a lot of fun. Like, it was genuinely such a great class. And it's fun because now my little brother's in that same class. So looking through all of his homework, I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally remember doing this. And just how much I loved the teacher. And I love all of my teachers. They're all amazing. There's not one class that I've taken here yet that I disliked.
Yeah, and it's like so you have a relationship with them too.
Yes.
It's not just like, yeah, like they're my teacher, like Mrs. So-and-so or whatever, you know? Like you actually like know them and like they know you, like even outside of school like environments, you know, like obviously when I'm walking down the hall and I'm like, oh hi, like, you know, and they'll like walk up and give me a hug and like all these just like super sweet like little interactions between like, you know, it's not like where you have like one teacher to like 46 students or something like that. Like I remember when I was in 4th grade in math, I asked for a question. She's like, I don't have time to help. But I was like, okay, like that's your job. Like you're the teacher. But like it's really nice here that they like, you know, they'll set up Zoom meetings outside of school to help you in your presentations or whatever it may be. And like they're really intentional about meeting with you and meeting where you are. Like I know there's so many different types of like learners too. You may like excel, you may struggle, you may be in between, but they're really intentional about meeting like every single one of those no matter where you are. And like really making it like intentional relationship with you.
Yeah, that's so true, Caitlin. ILA has been such an amazing community, and we've all been so blessed by all of the opportunities here and the people here. So thank you for watching.